Hello everyone, it's Diane. Welcome to my channel, Beyond the Sewing Room. So today I'm going to share another one of the free patterns that I shared a few weeks ago in a previous post. And I shared a few patterns that you might like to make for spring. Now last week I made the camisole top, so I did sew along for that. So if you've not seen that, check that one out. I will link it in at the end. And today I'm doing a t-shirt. So it's a boxy style t-shirt top and it's the Agustina. Now this is another free pattern that you can print off PDF, really easy, just a couple of pieces, neck binding and then cuffs for the sleeves. So great for a beginner again. My printer is running out of ink, so this image is not very good. I'm going to pop one in here of it in case you've not seen this one. So this one is from Fabric Store. They've got lots of free patterns on as well, so if you want to have a look for anything else, do go and have a look there. I will link that in the description, so have a look at the video description for links to this pattern, and also if you go on there you'll find lots of other patterns that are available. So I'm going to do a tutorial with you today, show you how to make it, just in case you want some additional instructions. There are photograph instructions on their blog, but I know sometimes it's better to watch somebody who's making it up rather than just trying to work from the photographs. So it does say it only requires a metre of fabric. That's all I've needed. I did find a piece that was left over from a previous job, so it's another stash busting project for me. And I'll show you what I'm using. So I've got a viscose chalice that I had from another project that I made for a work one, and this one I thought would be just nice. Now I am going to say I think this is going to come out large. I've looked at a few comments people have made and they have said it does come out big. It's supposed to be a boxy top. I've gone for the 0 to 2 size and it still looks really big. So we'll see how it comes out on me, but you might want to size down and then some, depending, but we will see. So this is a fabric that I've gone for. So it's a really nice sort of dusky blue with this blotchy sort of flower in it. I think that's really nice for the spring. That'll look nice for jeans. So you have this piece, which is the front, which you'll cut on the fold. The back piece, again, you cut that one on the fold. And then you've just got a neck binding, which we're going to make out of the fabric. So this is cut on the bias, this one. So you want to cut this one diagonally. So make sure that you fold your fabric on a have it flat and then fold it up on a diagonal to make a triangle. And then cut that one out because you want that one to lie properly. So it's got some nice stretch in it. And then you're going to cut 2 of these. So these are for the sleeve cuffs. So you've got like a band here. So it's a grown on sleeve and it just has a band here which sort of gives it that bit of detail. So that's going to look really nice. I'm going to be overlocking in between the seams and then it's just a hem at the bottom. So it's going to be an easy one. Go and have a look around in your stash. I'm sure many of you have got a metre of fabric knocking around somewhere that you can use for this. And on their website they've got lots of linens and things like that, so I think this would work really well in a linen too. So have a look what you've got and then we're going to get on now and you can sew along with me if you like. So first of all you're going to take your front piece and lay it on top of your back piece with right sides facing like this and pin it at the shoulder. Now the seams on this are 3/8 of an inch or 1 centimetre. Now I'm going to do it a little bit deeper at the neck here for me, and the main reason for that being that I know that I'm very small at the neck and I always need to take things in there. So if you know that about yourself, you might wish to do this as well. So it's going to be a little bit more than 1 centimetre for me on this one. That also means I'll need to adjust my binding slightly, but you won't need to do that. So I'm just taking it in just a touch, just because I have a small neck. So we're going to sew those seams now. Now when you've done this you can overlock these seams or zigzag finish them if you wish. Next you're going to take your neck binding and you're going to fold it in half like this lengthways and give it a press. Try not to stretch it when you're doing this. And then we're going to place it right sides facing on our neckline. Now leave a bit hanging over. And you're still working with a 1 centimetre seam when you stitch this in place. You can pin it in position first of all if you wish, but don't stretch it when you're doing this. So you're sewing it in place edge to edge with a 1 centimetre seam. Now when you get to here, you can stop your stitching, trim a bit off so that you can see that we can join those two together. So you could just overlap it like that, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to join those with a small seam like this and then carry on stitching. So I'm going to take that out, join these two together. You just get a neat finish if you do it like that. And then you can see it's flat. So we'll carry on stitching that neck binding to it now. Now you can trim away a little of that excess and snip into it so that it lies flat, but don't take too much and don't snip too close to your stitches. So now that you have your binding on, you're going to press it flat like this and then press it back to the inside. And then from the inside we can stitch that down. So you can do it from the inside or you can do it from the outside if you wish. You do have a nice clear line on the inside so that you can see. So it's up to you which way you do it. I think I'll do mine from the outside today. So we're top stitching it down so that it's nice and flat. So now your neckline will look like this, so it's nice and neat. Now we're going to sew the side seams. So flip it over, so right side's facing, bring your armhole together like this. And you may want to pin your side seam so it doesn't shift about, especially depending on what kind of fabric you're using, because it can move sometimes, especially if it's like a chalice like this one. So that's a 1 centimetre seam. You may wish to do it a little bigger or take a little out if you try it on at this stage and you decide that it's a little bit loose on you. Now I've edge finished my side seams like this, and before I join my bands at the short edges here, I'm just checking it against my opening here. And the reason I'm doing this is because, as I said, I've taken a little bit out of here because I could see it was going to be really big on me. So you may wish to try it on at this stage when you do the side seam. See if it is too oversized for your liking, and if so, and if you take any out, you're going to want to check this band against it here. So look, I've put a pin here that's in line with that seam, and I know that that's where my seam needs to be. So it's more or less still spot on. I've not really altered the sleeve, I just altered the side, but it's just best to check. Now we're going to join these two short edges on both of our bands with right sides facing like this. Now fold it so that it's got wrong sides facing, so that it's in a loop like this. So you've made your band. And what I like to do is just stitch around this raw edge just to keep it in place before you pin it to the sleeve, just to stop it from moving around. You don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I just think it helps. Put it on a large stitch. Now with right sides facing, pin that band to your sleeve. So you want your band like this, the right side facing the right side of the fabric on the t-shirt. So for me, look, it means I've popped it inside like that. We're lining up that seam with the underarm seam. And if you find the halfway point on your band and line that up with the shoulder seam like this, then pin it the rest of the way. I'm going to stitch that now, again with a 1 centimetre seam. Then when we've done this, we can edge finish it, either zigzag or overlock, and then press it flat. Now to finish off, you can either zigzag or overlock it and give it a single fold, or double fold. I'm going to give mine a double fold. Now it says 7/8 of an inch for the hem, but I suppose that's entirely up to you. If you try it on and decide what's best for you, you might want it a little bit shorter. You might want to cut your pieces out longer and make it longer. So I'm just going to double fold it like this. So here it is finished. Now, as I said, I did take a little bit out of each side. I took about an inch off and it's still quite roomy on me. So you might want to try it on at the side seam stage and just see if you need to take any out yourself. But I do like it, it's really quick to make. You could make a few of these for your summer holidays in no time at all with the bits of fabric that you have left. Or if you need to buy any new, it only takes a metre. So I'm really happy with it. I really like the sleeve detail. It's nice and quick. T-shirts for holidays need to be loose anyway, don't they? So, or for warmer weather. So I hope you have fun making one of these. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed making that. Please let me know in the comments below if you've made one of these or if you intend on making one and how you found the sew along. I always love to read your comments. I'm going to be making some more of these. I think I'll just take them in just a little bit. The neck is perfect. Now I took 1 centimetre out each side. That is perfect for me. The sleeves are fine. It is quite roomy. I could probably take out another inch and still comfortably get it on. Because there's no fasteners, you don't want to take out too much and then not be able to get it on or it feel uncomfortable when it's worn. But I think there's plenty of room for me to take just a little so I can experiment a little bit more with it. But I'll definitely wear this one as it is. So until next time, that's all from me. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.